Hey, welcome everybody. So, we're gonna go out. So, kind of the name of the game today is getting escalations, and so that is kind of the thing that I want to do. I can get escalations. There's three sites that I go for out here. I am in null space right now. And the three sites are...
User rock.
JJ, thanks for the host. The three sites are Havens, Sanctums, and Forsaken Hubs. And the reason for those is that the number of larger ships works well when using heavy drones or fighters. And so the Havens and Sanctums actually will go to a Sentius Assembly. And the Sentius Assembly, the last two of them that I ran, I made over 500 million in loot. 600 million from the one that I ran 2 ago, and the last one I ran, 500 million. And so those pay off pretty well. So, anyway, now...
Welcome to the Dragons.
Since I'm going to be carrier ratting here to start, which we're not going to stay carrier ratting the whole time, but I'll be prepared to switch to something else if we have hostiles show up and, bring rain to the party. All right. Kufserda, thank you for following. Welcome. Yes, and hello, Sazina and Ava. All right, let's see here. So Sanctums are the biggest ones, and it's kind of interesting. So I've done some studying between Sanctums and Havens, and between Sanctums, Havens, which are kind of one, and then the Forsaken hubs, and the Forsaken hubs are easier to clear. They're only about 2/3 as many ships as the Sanctums and Havens, and but I believe that they have about the same chances of having an escalation. Now their escalations don't pay as much, but typically off the escalations I make about 150 million off each one of those, and they can be done pretty quickly sometimes. So, but you have a bit of traveling, so I think it's up to 7 jumps away. So, which can land me up into NPC
Dragons.
space, NPC null, and such. Okay, just checking my stuff here. Okay. So I will be keeping an eye on local, and pretty much the way it goes is that if we have newts show up, we just go someplace else. So I'm not going to get dropped on today. I'm not going to engage with this ship. Alright, so we got the small stuff out here first. Now, I'm going to make a little change here. So I'm individually sending squadrons out to these first ones. I'm going to be pretty aggressive on firing on these. Okay, so I just got some points for the agency. I understand that another agency thing launched today. I actually haven't looked at it, so maybe we're gonna have to look at that and see what those things are. But I just got some points for that. That was kind of a surprise today. I didn't know that there was going to be another agency event launching today. So. So with this method that I'm using of how I'm deploying these out, how I'm launching these out, I actually I can get ticks with this ship of 45 million. That does not include taking any time to loot or anything, though. It's just going straight from site to site to site. I just got more points for agency, so we'll have to see what it's all about. Oops, damn it. No, stay on that. Okay. So I try and break these up as often as possible. On the battleship size, though, you really kind of need like 2 squadrons. I just end up running 3 because it's just easier. So I'm turning on propulsion for each one of these too. This really helps the survivability of my guys here. Let's see here. I want to change. I am auto targeting some back. Okay. So far, I've not taken any damage to my drones, or my fighters, which is good. I'm going to pull them back in and refuel. Missiles on these are not, they're not actually a commodity, so. So, Ikertali, and Xavier, thank you for following. Welcome. Sandry, hello. Still refueling. I'll leave just one left. It leaves a lot of aggro off, and then I slow boat them actually
to the dragons.
To the next target. They shouldn't take much damage, if any at all, slow boating to them. It's 60 out, and then I'm able to turn on my propulsion for the next wave that appears right after that. So there's kind of a reason why I left just that one out there. Marinette, thank you for following. Welcome. And these see are another 30 out. Controlling each one of those individually instead of group commands.
Welcome to the dragons.
We'll have this site done pretty much lickety-split. The only thing that'll keep us around when this one's done is if there's any true Sancha loot. The last true Sancha I got, the loot wasn't very good. It was really just some, it was a small armor module that was worth less than $1 million and one piece of ammo. So, wasn't very exciting. Okay, plenty of small stuff this time. Keep going for the small stuff. They are what will damage my fighters the most chance of it. This, I think, is the last wave as well. Now the only thing bigger than this to do ratting with out here would be a super, and I've never had a super before, but I do have one being built right now, and so okay, there we go. Recalling all fighters, and I'm looking here to see if I see anything that says true Sancha. I do not. So we're just going to head right on to the next one. Abigail, thank you for following. Welcome. Well, an interesting thing about carriers and fighters is that you can. I could warp away and then call my fighters to me instead of waiting for them to get to me.
The dragons.
That is a possibility. Although it's just kind of a little bit easier, but they can go into warp. What? Okay, I've never seen this notice before. So I got some agency stuff here. And what the hell is this? Sancha doesn't like me. What is this? Is this stuff that was published today? You know, I didn't see any really thing formal on this, except for that there was just a little announcement in the launcher saying that there was a new event happening today. Yeah, well, I didn't read the patch notes. I didn't even know there was a patch coming out today. Normally, I do a show for the patch. I didn't even know one was coming out today. I guess maybe we'll cover that stuff on the show tomorrow. Because I've obviously missed it for today. Need no propulsion for these. I'm right on them. There are different types of sanctums. This is one of them. There's the gate one, the ring one,
to the
and this one, which is a station.
Welcome to the dragons.
Okay, got some fighters catching a little heat.
Welcome to the dragons.
Hopefully we're taking out right now what's damaging them.
Welcome to the dragons.
Propulsion on that group. What are we doing on that? 13% damage. Okay, we're doing okay. Helps if I hit the right buttons. That's what I did. I accidentally turned that off. I was hitting the wrong buttons. And 9. 28. Okay, they're not taking damage anymore. Alright, so Taylor, thank you for following. Welcome. Hand it flow. It says money, money, money. Thank you for the purchase from the store. That's what supports the show. I appreciate it. Oh shit, I left my shield charge on. Okay. Damaged. 69. Okay, it's going down. Okay. We've changed our trajectory here.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Hey, just got 35 million tick. I accidentally ran my cap a little bit low. It'll be okay. We'll be able to finish this. After this one, we'll look at what's going on with the Sancha stuff. My standing's changing. Because, correct, I did not read the patch notes. I didn't even know that there was a patch today until logging in. So, Wishil, TMF, Pulp, Galiga. I'm Rich Boys. Thank you for following. Welcome. I try to not get hung up on the structure on these. The structure here is actually pretty big, so that's how I was able to catch a little bit of that on landing in here. This site is a sanctum. It's a station sanctum. Actually, let's recall these. Refueling these guys. It also repairs them. And they're not quite all the way ready to go yet. So I typically have to refuel them once during this, unless a dread shows up. If a dread shows up, then it's kind of a different story. I can end up refueling 3 or 4 times. Also, I will lose some fighters if a dread shows up. Did they fix the camera bug? Is my camera not resetting its... We'll see what happens here. We'll see if when this dies, my camera resets. If they fix that bug, oh my god, I'd be really happy. It reset. Yeah, it's still resetting. They didn't fix it. How skilled am I with this Nithauger? I'm mastery 3 or 4. Hello, crab. Yeah, new interface for the standings. Yeah, we'll have to take a look at that. What's my DPS? We'll have to take a look at that too. Let's see here.
Welcome to the Dragons. Welcome to the Dragons.
Right, ATX Outlaws and Cremosum, thank you for following. Welcome.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Flo, thank you for following. Welcome. Oh, a bunch more stuff just appeared. Okay, we got to finish this other one before we head over and do those others. And the reason being is because they're a bit away from each other. We don't want to come back over for this one. Gonna turn on propulsion. Get him over there quicker. My standings went again. I'm not flying a dread, I'm flying a carrier. You might actually see a dread out here though. If I do see one, I will take it on. I am prepared to do so. As long as my cap is good. I accidentally burned up some of my cap. And then I wasn't paying no attention to my shields just now. Alright. Oh, we got some more. Okay. They're so far away from each other that I'm having a hard time targeting them. This is the best way to rip through these little ones quickly, individually target them. Damage, that's not very much. This is most likely the last set. And I'm out of missiles after this, so I'm not going to pull them back in and refuel. Even if there is one more set, there's not going to be too much to it. Alright, that was it. So if I measure it right, I only have to refuel once. Unless, of course, there's a dread. Then there's multiple refuelings. Yeah, the control on these are fighters, not drones. And so while they act a lot like drones, they're controlled very much differently. So I'm using that interface to control them, plus using keyboard commands. So it's a lot more complex. It gets even more complex in a super, which one of these days I will show you a super. Won't be today though, but I have one being built right now. Okay, no epic loots. We're gonna go recharge our cap.
Active.
Very much micromanagement for fighters. Bring a super when the dread shows up. It's possible. If I'm going to be out here ratting, I may as well just be in a super the whole time if I'm going to bring a super for something. Although, others who are ratting in like Vex or Navy issues and stuff, they'll call out when a dread appears, and they run because they can't handle it. Okay, while we're doing this, okay, let's see, we got standings decrease again. Apparently. So apparently Sancha, well, they hate me more than anybody else. Oh wait, Concord Assembly 5.87, and that one, there is not a Concord Assembly. If you take a hit in Concord Assembly, there is no bringing it back up whatsoever. There is nothing in the game that allows you to bring that back up. So, got to be careful of that. And that's a high sec thing. So if I'm freightering, if I'm running a freighter pilot, I have to be very, very careful going into Concord Assembly space. So, there's nothing that brings Concord Assemblies up. Not a single thing. Concord Assembly is one of the regions of space, just like Minmatar and Amar and Knid. It's one of the smaller ones in the Syndicate. So it's one of the smaller positive factions, but it is yeah. So anyway, okay, let's look at the agency stuff here as well. So this is called Lucky Clash. Doesn't look like there's any more to see here than this. Betting on battlecruisers. While running a battlecruiser, destroy ships belonging to one of the following factions: Blood Raider Covenant, Gerstis, or Sancha Nation. Betting on red. Locate and complete a Lucky Clash site. There's one right there. Okay. I have no idea what it is. Let's warp to it.
Warp drive active.
I can't imagine it's anything too bad. And let's see, we've got Agency Tank Booster Level 1, Agency Tank Booster Level 2, Agency Tank Booster Level 3, and IGC Garment Keeper. It's for carrying garments. Right. I have no idea what this is. It might be gated. So, train diplomacy to 5? I already got it. I think. Pretty sure on this. I got diplomacy 5. Alright, so we're going to see what this lucky clash is. I don't even know if it's something that I can run in this. It might be gated, which means that I won't be able to do it in this ship. There is not a gate. Okay. Oh, so that guy just warped in. Okay. Oh, he's in a bar guest. Oh, fun. Yeah, look at that frying pan. That was the whole thing? Oh my goodness. Okay. Do I have an MTU on me? No. Alright, let's see. Where'd that loot go? I want to know what the loot is on that. When I wonder, can the casino be targeted? It can. Let's target that puppy too. I'm doing 0 damage to it. Yeah, it looks like I cannot do any damage to it. Okay. Hey, we're gonna warp someplace else, come back. It'd be quicker than going all the way down there. I don't have a tractor beam on me. I don't have an MTU. I should have an MTU on me.
Welcome to the Dragons.
That would have been the easiest for that. So, PQ, thank you for following. Welcome. More standings decrease. Okay. I think the whole point is to defend the casinos. I didn't read any of the lore. So what I did is I bookmarked this. And now I'm going to warp back to it.
Warp drive active.
So I got 38 million in bounty. That payment came through. Oh, I just got another one, huh? I just got 28 million. Okay, so we'll see what'll happen here. What, if there's any epic loot on that. I doubt there is. But, that would be cool if there is.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Tigok, thank you for following. Welcome. So everything's disappeared except for this one piece of loot. Red tail shark wreck. Oh, looks like I landed like 11 away from it, even though I bookmarked it. Right. Well, slow boat it down to it. So I didn't have to change anything in my overview to see those. What carrier am I in? This is a Nith Auger Minmatar.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Dark Rings, thank you for following. Welcome. What ship would make a smart bomber if you only have Galante battleship skills for running rat sites, looking to farm 6 of 10s? Yeah, I know which one. Right there. Probably the Hyperion. But you're going to have to play around with that a bit. Well, actually, so a Dominix might also have cap to do that. Megathron. You know what? I'm not 100% sure on that. So they're not typically considered good smart bombing ships. Typically... Oh, look at that! I got it. Wait! You guys see that? I got one of the rewards that you're supposed to get from doing enough of these, okay? It says it's worth 9.3 million. Okay, so then, let's warp to this next one.
Warp drive active.
Now watch this next one kick my ass or something. It's all about cap, yep. Yeah, if a Dominix can do it, do a Dominix. You just choose whichever one's best, regardless of which ship it is. In Galante. I totally want a Barguest out here for doing my ESS defense. I think that'd be perfect because I'll be able to web and scram at like 60k. And so I'll just hold anybody there and beat the shit out of them. So my overview is a custom one. I can post it into live shows, LIVESHOWS in game. It's not perfect, but it's not bad either. Alright, so here he comes. Yeah, look at that. Barguest. I love the Barguest. Oh, he's webbing me. Oh my. I better watch out. loot this one. I think they look kind of like a Stargate ship. Yeah. I think there's faster ships to do these if there's a bunch of these in a system. I don't know how often they spawn. I just happened to notice the second one was here. Let's see if this also has one of these. It does. It has an agency tank booster too. 3% armor repair, 3% shield booster, duration 30 minutes. All right. Well, I picked up 2 of them. They seem to be worth, according to this, like 9.3 million each. I'm sure that goes down as more become available. All right. Well, that's fine. Okay, so let's go take on. Let's go take on a Forsaken hub. It's a smaller site than the Sanctums, and the escalations off of them I actually enjoy doing more. They don't pay as much, but some of them go really, really quickly. Oh yeah, biology skill. It's a biology skill have something to do with those? I think I have biology 5 on this character. See, I have diplomacy 5. Let's see.
To the dragons.
Is it science? No. Where is the biology skill? Oh, neuro enhancement. Yeah, I have biology 5. Are they like drugs? Do I need neurotoxin recovery and neurotoxin control? So these sites are hard to orbit in a Vexor Navy issue because they don't have any central thing, and you get kind of out of scope on your targeting. Take out the smaller stuff first. The reasons that one of the reasons these are good for this is because they don't have a lot of frigates. Okay, so everything's got me red boxed, which is great. That's what I want to see. With these type of fighters, I don't know how it is with other fighters, but with these type of fighters, the lasers on them are good at peeling off the shields, and then you can fire off the missiles. The missiles are not good at peeling off the shields, and so you want the shields like at least 60-70% off before you fire your missiles. Otherwise, you can't take them out in one volley. But with it like that, one volley and they're gone. Okay, I got one taking a little bit of damage.
Welcome to
Squadron
the
here.
Dragons.
19%. Keep an eye on that.
You, sir, rock.
23%. Alright. Sub. Thank you so much for subbing. Let's see here. Give me a minute and I'll hook everybody up. Alright, FT Raphael, Dominic Mayhem, thank you for following, welcome. And then your Nemesis Gaming, thank you so much for subbing. Let's see here. Let me hook you up. Oh, we gotta pay attention. I gotta pay attention to these here. They can chew up my fighters if I'm not careful. Yeah, like that. See, I 87% damaged, 86. Okay, we're bringing that back down. 84. Okay, it's still going down. So it looks like I got whatever was. Oh, 91% now. Shit. It's hard to tell, but by speeding them up too, it helps. Oh, I lost one. Darn it. Hey. %, 11%. What's going on? Oh, I got these unselected. Okay. I was wondering why my commands weren't working. Come on. Hey, let's see here. Your Nemesis Gaming. All right, so your Nemesis, 1,000 gold to you. Spend that however you want. Dungeon raids, giveaways, or dancers. Everybody give it up for your Nemesis Gaming because of them. Another 10 gold to everybody here. Thank you for the support of the show. I appreciate it. I think for this I need to turn up my auto-targeting number. So I lost one fighter. I'm using Tech 1 fighters, and that's really for cost. Tech 2s are 3 times as much cost and give you, what, another 15, 20%? Maybe not even that much DPS. And their signature radiuses, I think, are a little bit different. So, hey, now we're going to pull in on that. Bring them all back in. We're going to refuel, and we are going to need to replace one of the ships. The fighter hangars here, fighter bay, You can see I've got one missing here. They're refueling. As soon as they're done, I'll be able to put one more up in there. Oh, damn it. I'm always frickin' forgetting and leaving that turned on. Gosh darn it. Okay. Turning auto repeat off. Now, as long as I don't forget that and get myself blown up. Reviewing on YouTube, is Twitch a better platform? Twitch is a different platform. The picture is clearer on YouTube. Much clearer. Okay, as soon as that's done refueling, I can add one more fighter into there. Yeah, there we go. And now I can launch them back out again. And there we go. So these ones are quicker to clear, the Forsaken hubs, and so theory being, so I should be able to get more escalations. Oh, why did I do that? Launch missiles and everything at a frickin' frigate. I wasn't thinking. Just on autopilot, you know? One of them's taking a little bit of damage, not much though. Took a little bit more damage again. It's okay though. The only real issue is when they get completely knocked out. And when you lose one, you tend to lose multiples pretty quickly. So you gotta really keep an eye on that.
Welcome to the Dragons.
One's taking some damage now too. I must have a cooldown on that still. So, yeah, it was one of these battleships that was attacking it. Returning these real quick. Dinter, thank you for following. Welcome. So I didn't really need to refuel him, but I just brought him back in because I started taking damage right away on the next one in there. And like I was saying, you can start losing a bunch of them really quickly if you're not paying attention. And that sucks. So I don't know if there's actually many more left. There's not as many that spawn in this. And that was it. Okay. So sometimes there is a true Sancha that will spawn in here. So we're going to look at the rec list here. None of them are true Sancha. Okay.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, step away for just a moment. Be right back, everybody.
Working with unsafe.
I am back. I heard a bit of yelling. So I went out to check it out. Our cat. We have one cat that's really a bitch. She attacked the cleaning lady. She probably didn't like the vacuum or something. So I had to get her locked up in a room. All right. Just in case, I think I'll bring a tractor unit. Actually, we'll bring this one. Quicker. Hey, so let's go do another Forsaken hub.
Warp drive active.
I didn't lock up the cleaning lady because of the cat. We locked up the cat. In business now in your Eve Corp. You have buyback and
Welcome
material
to the
sales.
Dragons.
Going well. Well, good. Angel Sosa, thank you for following. Welcome. So, in a couple hours, we'll also show some other types of ratting out here that are easy income. For this, I don't know how much I've earned today so far, but 38, 28, 28 in an hour. That's basically about 100 million. Try another one of these. I'd really love to get an escalation on one of these. That to me would be the best outcome. The escalations on these are quite relaxing, and I can just power right through them. There was a report that came out a while ago, and it's the reason why they nerfed carriers a bit is because it was like the biggest percentage of ratting incomes, bounty payments were going to carriers. So got nerfed a bit, but if you do it right, you can still do it really well. So as you can see here, the earnings that I've had have been pretty good so far. And if I can make 100 million an hour, plus I'll end up getting some escalations, and the escalations, once you're there doing them, can be anywhere from 150 to 600 per hour. So that to me is pretty good. Yeah, just wait till I show you guys ratting in a super, which I will show you on the show. I will do it live. I will show some ratting in a super after I get it built. I don't know if it'll be right away after I get it built or what, but we'll see. There's some different nuances and stuff about ratting and supers as compared to other carriers or whatnot. So I want to make sure I'm fully aware of all that stuff, because I will have 25 to 28 billion into it. Oh darn it! I didn't kill that one.
Welcome to the Dragons.
So this tune right here, I'll have to look at how many skill points he has. This guy is primarily a carrier pilot. It's 144 million. So he's primarily a capital pilot. He's able to fly Roracles. He's able to fly carriers, Fax, Titan, Supers, all of it. Here I am doing it wrong again. Hey. Yeah, that one's taking some damage, 40% now. Try not to lose fighters, but it happens. Yeah, so alphas can't use heavy drones, huh? Yeah. Well, that's an issue, I suppose. Apparently I've run my missiles out and didn't realize it. Alright, we got hostiles coming in. This guy's in a stealth bomber. Affiliate link at the bottom of my site doesn't work. Which site are you talking about? Our store? Worked whenever... Yeah, I don't know which site you're talking about. BRJZKV, thank you for following. Welcome. So this guy that's shown up, he's in a stealth bomber. If I see him out here, I would rip him to shreds, but he also will be
Welcome to the Dragons.
in a He can covert Sino. Iron Peon, thank you for following. Welcome. So that's certainly something to be aware of. Wrong again. Phantasm, is somebody talking about Game of Thrones? Yeah, if somebody is giving away stuff about Game of Thrones in chat, then yes, ban them, mods. Yes, I know that this is a Black Ops Hound in system. Not on the CCP stream yet. Another half hour. Hey, no escalation. No true Sancha loot.
Warp drive active.
Hey.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Enserin, thank you for following. Welcome.
You, sir, rock.
Harry Buxton, thank you so much for resubbing. All right. Let's see here. 9 months in a row, 90 gold to everybody here in honor of Harry Buxton. Thank you so much, sir, for that extended support. I appreciate it. Is Titan ratting a thing? I've never done it. I've never flown a Titan. I can fly a Titan with this character, but I've never done it. It's too rich for my blood.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Soulflanek, thank you for following. Welcome. Hey.
Autopilot engaged.
Can't hardly see my ship here. You Boston Rock Havens. Can you just one-shot Havens? Oh. Okay. Boy, I keep getting these notifications about my standings decreasing with Sancha. What are they down to now? I mean, is this... I know they decreased before, but maybe it just didn't tell me before. Yeah, I'm still at the same, really. Oh, that kills one wave, yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. $29 million. Last bounty payment. Heading out to another spot. Got somebody here already. Hey, turn around, head back. Sorry to land. Oh, we're not in fleet together, so I'm not accidentally taking some of his stuff. But I might be taking some of his aggro.
Warp drive active.
Okay.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Marvin Spit and
Welcome
Zev,
to the
thank you for
Dragons.
following. Welcome. There's no multiple tickets because of the because of a requirement by CCP, and it is fair. Multiple tickets. People who spend more time here end up with more tickets, so it's not or more gold. So, you know, the more time people spend, the more chances they have, and I think that's totally fair.
Warp drive active.
Do I have any corp good neck close to Stain that's good for a new bro? Yes! Exclamation point Moose. I am right next to Stain. You can join our corp. Exclamation point Moose in Twitch chat.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Quox, thank you for following. Welcome. Looking for a mining fleet? No. Is there an advantage to having low standings with criminal factions? Not that I know of, actually. It's a good question.
Warp drive active.
Disadvantages? You know, there's not really many disadvantages to it either. Unless you're wanting to run missions for those pirate factions. If you want to run missions for them, then there's a disadvantage. Otherwise, there's no advantage that I'm aware of. This one's got maybe a double spawn. Oh, my ship just flipped upside down. Oh my. So this is really risky for fighters having this many right at the initial spawn. It might truly be a double spawn, which sometimes there's two waves sitting in one. And it can be because somebody came in and triggered it and ran away, or it can be, I don't know, I've seen it before. And I don't know exactly what causes it, but... seem to be handling it okay. Yeah, I'll be, question is, will be featured on the CCP channel? The answer is yes. About 15 minutes from now. What's the profit on the playstyle I'm doing today? So, in raw bounties, 100 million an hour or more. If you're really aggressive with it, you can actually get like 130 million an hour. And then escalations as well. So, and I'm running some stuff that I hope I get escalations on it. The escalations on these, what I'm running, I really like them. Wow, they're so far away. They're so spread out. Taking a little bit of damage here. So yeah, 39%. See if we can mitigate that. It's got more damage. 30, maybe not more. Ever used a Oracle? I've flown one once. I decided that it requires a lot of infrastructure for running a Oracle, and I'm not. It's not really my play style to do mining. I do some mining, but I'm not like big time into it. So decided that I would just leave that kind of for another time type of thing, you know? I have exhausted my missiles. I set my shield rep to not auto rep. It's working out much better. I'm not accidentally destroying my cap. Oh, darn it. Okay, so I just spawned the next wave on accident. Let's pull them all in here. Refuel. Okay, should be about done refueling. There they are. Set them out individually on the smaller stuff. One of them's already taking a little bit of damage. 10%. %. Oof. Oh, just lost one. All right. Yeah, carrier routing has a lot of micromanagement. Most definitely. They're so spread out.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Gosh darn it, these are getting beat up. Not Bassist. Thank you for following. Welcome. Okay. It's going okay at this point. So when we start the CCP portion of the show, I'll actually go into a little bit of detail why running each site and stuff like that. And I'll show some Vexor Navy issue action as well, AFK action. Hey, still no escalation. Hey, so we lost a fighter there.
Warp drive active.
Okay, so we're going to do this switch over. I don't know how well this is going to work out. We're going to try it though.
Warp drive active.
Okay, so for this next portion, I'm actually going to turn off Duke, and we'll catch up near the end of the show with that.
Warp drive active.
It's pretty bright out here. This is next to a star. Okay, so I'm enabling access to my fleet hangar. Open the fleet hangar here, and take out some fuel for the next Sino needed. Nemesis, you're gonna be able to stay here. We're gonna bring it up. There's a little bit of question about whether or not I'll be able to run YouTube at the same time. And so, with that question, Red, you can pay attention to what we're saying here on Twitch chat, I suppose. And if we're not able to bring up the show on YouTube, we might end up being too much CPU on my end to run 3 streams simultaneously. So we're just gonna have to see.
Docking request accepted.
Okay. Okay. We're going to change the music here. For those of you watching on YouTube, there is a new URL, and here it is. It'll take just a minute or two to get up and running there, but there it is, and I hope it'll work. That's the plan. So, see you there in a couple minutes. Okay.